Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 3 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action. It's not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 5, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 2, gold contract down $12.40, trading at $1,735 an ounce. Silver down 20 cents at $33.98 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $3.90 a pound. Platinum up 13 bucks at $1,664 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 53 cents, trading out at $98.95 a barrel. Bonds down 5 ticks, trading out at 145.05. Dollar index up 40 ticks, trading out at 78.71. Euro down 3 ticks at 132, and the yen up 29, trading out at 77.05. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, what do you have? Oh, yes, it's Groundhog Day, folks. You're up 2 points. You did 747 million versus 728 from yesterday. Dow Industrials. What do we look at the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials up $5, flat market, same deal. No one's in the store. They're buying the product, no doubt. NASDAQ Composite. We go over to the Composite. What you have with the Composite is this. Composite's up $11. You did 1.9 billion versus 1.7. And in the NYSE, yes, you should be hitting, 1.2, 1.3. In the NASDAQ, we should be hitting 2.4 to 2.7. Bottom line, they're buying the product in the store. One of the tigers in the den was saying, yeah, this feels like 2009. There's no doubt about it, folks. It absolutely does. And that was what that was all about. Yes, the market continued higher with no volume and then went downtown. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at gold. What we had with gold out here is this. Gold contract today, she had a price spread. High was out there at 1747. Lows 1726. We're at 1735 right now. We did 138,000 contracts. And that little baby, the way that's set up right now, she's going to try to get into the strength it had. That strength, the top of that strength is 1716. Some numbers after the close out here. This is what we have. WFM. And if we look at WFM, which is Whole Foods closed at $77.93. That is trading at $78.50 right now, up $1. This is how the numbers go on Whole Foods. The same source sales rose 8.7%. The sales in the first quarter was $3.4 billion. They made 65 cents. And you're pushing those highs with volume. Groupon, GRPN. This one's interesting. Now, of course, Groupon just came out. Groupon closed at $24.58. That's trading down to $21.30, $21.59. That's quite a hit. Let's see what Groupon has to say. Groupon, they got it right, though. They got it out into the public market. Their revenue is $506 million. They lost 2 cents per share, excluding items. Their active customers are up 33% year over year, but that is not going to be enough. That's not even close either. Now, if you want to see something that's absolutely wild, folks, okay, this is going to end up being, no doubt, something you read about, and you read about in spades. And this is what it is. Caesars Entertainment today went public. Now, of course, Caesars is huge, right? Caesars takes in $2.2 billion gross, okay, per 90 days. They have $22 billion in debt, however. Now, so check out what they did. What they did is that they went public at $9. They did it this morning. The stock is trading at $15.39. Now, they only released 2% of the company. Now, in the context of releasing 2% of the company, let's do the numbers on this, right? Because what you're going to see here is that in Caesar's case, this is going to be the ultimate short squeeze ever. You know, that's the way this looks to be setting up. And what it ended up happening, I heard this I forgot the guy's name, Gary Kaminsky on CNBC this morning. I think it was this morning. It was definitely this morning. It wasn't this afternoon, I think. A guy that basically specializes in some of these IPOs called him. And what he was talking about is that, watch how this works, because this is insane. They only released 1.8 million shares of it. Well, all that a hedge fund or private equity fund had to do is this. You buy the 1.8 million shares. Flat out. Just buy them. Okay? And then what you say to the broker-dealer, you say to the broker-dealer, because you see, right now, the way it works, folks, is that when you do an IPO when it first comes out, right, you can't go short the IPO. There's no shares to go short, number one, and I believe it's either 15 to 30 days before the shares are out that you can actually have a share to go short. But this is what ends up happening. The broker-dealers are so out of their mind at certain points, and in this point, 30 days. And in this case, what they keep doing is they keep selling shares they don't have. Now, watch the trade. The trade is, let's say this stock traded from $9 to $17 today, closed out at $15. Well, let's just call it $12. At $12, all you need is you need $24 million. You buy the whole float. Now you buy the whole float, and then you say to your broker-dealer, I want delivery of the stock. End of story. That is the absolute end of story. Now, what does that mean, folks? Well, what that would mean is that whoever is on the other side of that, okay, absolutely does not have the stock. And why don't they have the stock? Because you have the stock. Now, can you see how the SEC is doing their job? This guy was this is so sick. The SEC never, ever should have let 2% of this go out. Now, you know why they did, folks? This is my speculation. But after I heard that, I went and I hunted who's behind this whole deal. Now, check it out. Behind this deal, folks, is John Paulson and Goldman Sachs. And, okay, so watch the numbers on this get insane. What happens is that once they got it public, John Paulson had the right to sell 21 million shares. Let me get the number on Goldman Sachs. This is such an inside job, it's over the top. I mean, and you know what? I suspect, well, people are hearing it here. The Journal's going to get a hold of it. This is going to be a scandal extraordinaire, because there's no way that this should have been able to go out there with the fact that it's only 1.9 million shares. I'll get the rest of this, folks. But it's absolutely amazing. That's so far. But you can see, and let me tell you something. Yeah, SEC equals the compliance division of Goldman Sachs. Yeah, that's a good one. That's one of the tigers in the den. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. It's going to be wild watching with that one. But think about that, folks. That is absolutely just so far over the top. It's just unbelievable. Now, and I'm going to have the other papers on it. When I read the players behind it and how much they could sell, and now it is in the prospectus. Now, this is how everyone gets covered. It is in the prospectus that they can sell into the market. But the bottom line is that you talk about an inside deal. Oh man, that's about as inside as you can get. We got American Express was down 49 cents. You had Citigroup up $1.16. Oxy was down 104. We had Big Blue up 35. Hewlett Packard was up 15. Walmart was down $7. Let's go. No, 7 cents. Sorry about that, folks. Let's go over to the bond market. What we had, but bonds out here is this. Bonds did 310,000 contracts today. It rejected the lower price at 123.32, closed at 142.05. 142.05. Once it's back into 142.06, you get another tick. You do have a higher low here, though. Bonds want to go back topside again. They want to go into this 146 area, which no doubt is absolutely wild. Dollar index, what we have with the dollar index out here today, dollar index rejected the lower price. We got 25,000 contracts. That's what we needed. We needed a test of those lows. Yesterday you had done 34,000. Now the 34,000 was going into the November 1st level with lighter volume. What we did out here, we're at 78, 72. The 78.89, folks, is what you actually have to get inside to be in the higher range. We're still basically in a lower range inside the dollar index. So it hasn't done enough price work at this particular point. It has to get inside that 78.89. It did get inside the lows of yesterday, but because that was a spike low and there was a spike low on February 1st, I like to take the more conservative approach, which is the first time that it came down. If you're watching Tiger TV, the first time it came down, it was going into that 78.89 level. And what happens when you get in zones like that, by the way, once you get in another zone, bottom line, it'll work its way higher. You get in another floor on the way down, it works its way lower. We got to take a look at Visa. Visa just come out with numbers. Visa closed at 108.35. That's trading at 109 right now. Numbers on Visa go like this. The estimate was at $1.45. They made $1.49. They're going to buy $500 million back. Share buyback, and the buybacks are all over the place. And it's like it is amazing that none of these equities ever buy stock back at lows. Visa has just gone from $75 to 108. Now they're gonna buy it back. Pretty amazing. You can say from 2009 it's gone from 53 to 108. And what the buybacks do is that they absolutely take stock off the market, which is good. But the bottom line is that most of these public companies buy equities back at highs and waste the money. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had the Dow up 5, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 2. We're going to be right back, folks.